When you hear the word hospice, most people think immediately about death and dying, or someone that is dying. However, I'm here today to tell you that some of us are in hospice now, and we think that we are quite alive and doing well, when the reality is our souls are sick. There's a song that talks about sin sick soul, and during my mother's transition, when I thought that she was the one in hospice, the Holy Spirit let me know that no, I was the one in hospice. That God had my mom in the palm of his hand, and while she was in hospice, I was also in a spiritual hospice, that there were some things in me that needed to die so that God could live. I know that sounds strange and hard, but the reality is that we are all created in God's image. Yet in the course of life and living, things come up inside of us, in our personalities, in our spirits, that cover up the image of God, that cover up the beauty of God, and it makes us very unattractive. And so it was my mother's transition, or her transitioning experience, when I thought that she was the one in hospice, that God let me know, baby girl, there's some things in you that need to die so that I can live. You, Tawana, are the one in hospice. So for those of you that are listening, I encourage you to take a deep, deep walk, a deep, deep dive, and ask God to help you see yourself, help you see those things in you that don't bring Him glory, that don't make your daddy God smile, and recognize that that attitude, those spirits need to go. They need to die so that He can live. Specifically, I'm going to keep it real, or 100 as the young folks say. I recognized when God brought that to my attention that there was some anger issues that I had with a family member, that I thought that I had gotten over them, had forgiven them, and in my mind I had forgiven them, but I began to recognize that I was still holding on to issues that were more than 20 years old. Now, if that's not something that's dead and stinking, 20 years old, I don't know what is. It got to go. It cannot glorify or please God. Nothing in you can glorify or please God. Nothing in us can glorify or please God when it is rooted in anger and resentment and frustration for years. It stinks. It gotta go. So my mother's transition helped me to see some of the unattractive ugliness that I was holding on to in myself. And so God used her transition to bring about the transition that He needed inside of me, so that He could live and He could shine in the next season of my life. Thank you, Daddy God. I love you.